didn't get far enough up to challenge the Mercedes into turn 7, and Alvaro Perez watching it, no doubt frustrated by the fact that in spite of an incident that potentially could have seen them being penalised, it was because his boss hadn't done the belts up. He goes now to try and do to Alain Day what we saw Edward Sandstrom do some laps earlier, that dive down the inside and make it a forced pass.
So into the final sequence of corners they come out by the old pits, and I think Perez must have got damage in that contact because his pace dropped off massively and he's not able to keep with these two. Here's Enzo Eid, a little tempting look up the inside, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some damage to the front splitter or something that's losing him some downforce. They also need to be careful because the fourth car in this queue is Laurens Vanthoor now, and he suddenly smells perhaps a class podium.
Actually, looking at the McLaren, looking at the Audi, clearly the McLaren was sliding more coming through turn 14, 13 and 14 than the Audi directly ahead of Enzo Eid, and there we see Laurens Vanthoor in the second of these Audis with an Audi of René Rast leading, which was sort of a mirror of 1 year ago. So in these conditions, clearly Audi have got an advantage. Probably they've got it in the traction control, which is a variable traction control in the majority of these cars. I know in the Audi it is a superb system.
And here comes Laurens Vanthoor up the inside of Alvaro Perez. So close between the two of them. Almost a repeat of the incident we saw for the lead many laps ago. Car 13 under investigation. Possible overtaking under yellow flags. That's the Pro Cup leader, Edward Sandstrom. So it's all kicking off here in the stewards' room as we come down towards turn 7. It's 2 by 2 for 3rd and 5th. Alain Day goes defensive, as does the McLaren behind, but no movement just yet on that front with 5 minutes to go.
Well, it's tough racing outside of the leading car. René Rast, remember, was tagged by this car, the McLaren of Alvaro Perez. We thought he might have been out of the race, but he recovered. He caught up to the back of the McLaren. The McLaren then suffered as it. Oh, and Laurens Vanthoor almost caught the back of Perez McLaren through turn 10.
Vanthoor knows if he gets past Perez, then before too long he can attack Eid and Day and be up in second place perhaps, because there's only 4 minutes to go, so time is very much of the essence for Laurens Vanthoor. But René Rast continues to lead. Here is Perez and Vanthoor. It's the final 2 corners. Audi leads, Audi second, Mercedes third, Audi fourth, McLaren fifth. That's the way the brands are going at the moment as we go back on board with Laurens Vanthoor, the young Belgian driver who was very impressive in his first season of GT racing last year and is continuing that impressive form today.
Well, big moments. Yeah, both cars. You can see the McLaren also got a serious twitch on. That's allowed Vanthoor to get up along and inside in through turn 4.
Oh, he's going to run him off onto the out of room, isn't he? No, Perez stayed in there. It didn't look as though Vanthoor had given him enough room. Vanthoor will now have the inside line, though, coming through turn 6 and going down towards the hairpin. And I think Perez backed out of that. No, he's still in there. He's still there. And the McLaren's got better straight line speed, but surely Vanthoor with the inside line will get the job done under braking.
Yes, yes he does. But Perez did everything he had to do through turn 4, through turn 5, through turn 6, got slight advantage on the straight, but Laurens Vanthoor was on the inside now. Alvaro Perez looking to come back up the inside into turn 9, then the short run down into turn 10. No space there for the McLaren driver.
They are lapping fairly quickly, to be honest. They're doing 37s, 38s, they're only 10 seconds off a dry weather time, which isn't terrible, but it's still very, very slippery out there and almost drifting around. 3 minutes to go then. The battle for third place is still on. Alain Day and Enzo Eid squabbling hard. Back end stepping out a little bit for Eid. Through the final corner, René Rast is still way up in the lead of this race, and Edward Sandstrom is way off in second place as well. So this is the third place battle. The number 1, HDP, Gravity Charouz, Mercedes SLS, and the number 5, Phoenix Racing, Audi R8 LMS. And soon to be joined, I think, by the second Audi. Whether Vanthoor can get in quickly enough remains to be seen, but look at Alvaro Perez dropping back. Real shame for them.
I mean, whether there's damage to the car in terms of the aero of the car. Now look at Enzo Eid, goes way, way high, actually loses ground. Laurens Vanthoor is going to take that place, I would imagine, very shortly. 4th place is available to Vanthoor because Eid ran wide and last time. That gave a little bit of relief to Alain Day and the Mercedes in 3rd place. Eid goes out to the right and Vanthoor stays on the left.
So Edward Sandstrom there in second position, running fairly lonely. But it's a very good performance and a very good recovery from him and Frank Stippler, who had to retire from yesterday's race. They started in 21st place on the grid, and we've got 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining, so this may be the penultimate lap, I think, depending when René Rast comes across the line.
Well, that's going to be very, very shortly, because he is about, what, 20 seconds ahead of this battling group of cars, not these particular ones, but they may just sneak another one in, but I suspect that we will see this as the last lap.
Rast has just come across the line with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the clock, so this will be the final lap of the race. René Rast, it should be fairly easy for, but Alan Day and Enzo Ede are both going to have to watch their mirrors as they come out over the start-finish straight again. Very close between the Mercedes and the two Audis. The McLaren's dropping back all the time. Look at the speed Vanthor carries around the outside of one, up the inside into two. Beautiful move from Laurence Vanthor. Stefan Otelli and Nicky Mermanov delighted with that. Well, that was a brilliant move.
But certainly one that there was no prisoner taken. Enzo Ede, who'd been battling for third place with the Mercedes-Benz. I did mention a lap or two ago, he looked like he'd put himself into a position where he was losing ground to Vanthor. Vanthor now on the final lap looks to make it a podium position to try and get ahead of Day in the Mercedes.
So on board with Vanthor, he's currently in fourth place. The car in front is in third. The car in front is a Mercedes driven by Alan Day. Already Vanthor is now third in the Pro Cup class. This will give him third overall and second in Pro Cup. On the brakes, coming down into the turn 7 hairpin. Went deep in to try and get the traction out, and he's done it! Vanthor gets past Alan Day! Vanthor up into third position now, 2 cars past in the space of 1 lap, brilliant! And here comes Enzo Ede to try and get past Day, no.
No, he appeared that almost Alan Day thought last lap, no problem, but Laurent Vanthor was absolutely possessed and got the move. It was a clean move, and take away now on through the podium.
But there's René Rast crossing the finish line to take the checkered flag. He wins the race. He and Nicky Mermanov will be absolutely delighted with that. Second place in the race goes to Edward Sandstrom across the line. Third position is going to be Alan Day. It's going to be Laurence Vanthor, of course. After a brilliant drive, Laurence Vanthor takes third place, second in Pro Cup. Alan Day fourth, Enzo Ede fifth, Alvaro Perez sixth. 7th place overall is Cesar Campanico, and that's second in the Pro-Am Cup. But look at those guys, absolutely delighted down there at WRT. But drive of the race, without doubt, goes to Laurence Vanthor. That was phenomenal. Brilliant to see. It's as if they've, well, WRT have taken, therefore, also a 1-2 in the Pro Cup. So whilst René Rast will win the race, it's a 1-2 in the Pro Cup for WRT. It's a 1-2-3 on the podium for WRT. They're only running 3 cars. They win in the Pro-Am Cup as well. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal performance from them. And well, with all the different battles going on, it kind of slips your mind who's driving for who when René Rast is out in the lead. But a 1-2-3 on the podium it'll be for WRT Audi, and what a phenomenal start to the season, and in particular Laurence Vanthor. I mean, that was just some brilliant driving, and the first, and oh, that's very good news as well. It's just been announced, car 13, Edward Sandstrom, no further action taken. He obviously didn't overtake under waved yellow flags, so that's good news for him as well. So through the final 2 corners they come. Sandstrom, Vanthor and Day, 13, 11 and 1. The top 3 in Pro Cup. René Rast, Cesar Campanico and Alex Bunker, the top 3 in Pro-Am. Fabien Barthez and Gerard Tonelli win in their Sofrev Ferrari in the Gentleman's Trophy. What an absolutely thrilling race as they pull back into the pit lane now, and we're going to see a very happy WRT squad as they pull in a win in both Pro-Am Cups. And there is René Rast, the race winner. Vanthor will take the plaudits, but let us not forget, René Rast put in an absolutely stonking drive.